What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And this particular video, y'all, I will be recapping, reviewing, which is Life After Lockup, the spin-off off of Love After Lockup. Okay, this is probably if it was episode one, like episode one, three, or four, if they did it correctly, or season two, because it's still they say it's a spin-off, but it's still continue on season two as well. What is like season two, episodes 17 and whatever the episode that came on, okay, on July the 5th, okay? So sorry, y'all. I had, y'all read about Mercury retrograde. I think I'm saying correctly, y'all. I would have put this up. It's still gonna come up late Friday night or Saturday morning. Okay, I have this robe on. Y'all get in the robe tonight because it was 95 degrees outside today. It was a heat advisory, stuff like that up here in Michigan. And so the AC, and I'm one of those people who get like cold out quickly. So I have this robe on for warmth, even though that's interesting considering that, it's, hot. I was hot outside. Supposed to go like 6 degrees down on, but yeah, this is why I have the robe on. Y'all get in the robe tonight, so making a little appearance. Pink just like my hair color. Okay, so anyways, and I tried to find the remote for about 20 minutes. It was actually on my bed, right in plain view, but I couldn't find it. Couldn't find my phone. Trying to find my phone, that took another 10 minutes, and it was right in plain view. So it was a lot of times I kept trying to find stuff. So, and like I said, I couldn't watch. I could, but it's much harder because they don't make the boxes for the watch cable or digital satellite, whatever. But yeah, let me not go on my little. That's my little rant for now. Like I said, after this, I will be. If y'all watch my Euphoria reviews, um, I will be doing that as well. I watch the show and probably do it tonight or later on the night, whatever. Yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed Juneteenth and y'all celebrate yesterday, the 4th, whatever, fireworks and all, barbecue and beyond. Okay, I hope you have enjoyed it. But yeah, y'all, get back to our lovely guilty pleasure. Okay, now Marcelino and Brittany, we're going to go and take care of them first because they really weren't in the episode that much. But again, Marcelino kind of proves like, it, a little aggravating, okay, a little agitating. Like last week he wanted to take charge. Now they didn't bring up this week about what trying to get have custody with Gio, because also too what I noticed they're very good with the previews. At least I noticed with Life Lock So Son. Even if you wait the tongue tie y'all, the Love After Lockup series. I noticed when they have the previews, their previews let you be known you will not see anything. You can't really speculate anything until you watch the show for next week, okay? But I will tell y'all in advance, at least Megan finally told the secret that we've been waiting on for about, almost beginning of last month. I will say the rectangle Romulus situation is as last as always. Okay. Now, Brittany, this episode, this is when she's meeting with Sasha, and they meet at a Mexican restaurant. And this is right before Sasha had the trial, where she took, I think, a plea deal. And it was kind of sad because, like I said, I think the earliest she can possibly get out is 2005, 2007, something like that. So she is serving time. So, because since Brittany is ex-felon, she can't even see Sasha while she is going to be incarcerated. So it'll be the last time that Brittany and her meet. So she's asking, are you afraid? And Sasha, just, letting me know, I hope, I can't, I just want this part of my life. Or my mom was trying, because Brittany asked, how mom feels about her. Mom is just trying to I guess, her actions and what she says manifest that her daughter won't have to serve all this time. And they're just saying, Brittany was like, she knows her husband Marceline does not want her around Sasha because she felt, but she's like, this is her friend. She really is a good, a good friend for her. This is one of her best friends, and she just feels sad and is worried. So they have went to the Mexican restaurant. Make a long story short, because it was pretty sad. Because like I said, Sasha was sentenced, okay, and she, like I said, the way they were saying the minimum maximum, but like I said, I don't know if exactly 10 years or less, but she's going to serve some years in jail. So when she gets home, I guess she had did a ride share. So I don't know if she left like the car. She drove the car to Mexican restaurant and, had it there in the parking lot or something, whatever. Because Marcelino, tells him when Brittany comes home, like, hey, honey, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, in the bedroom, like, oh, you're here a little late. And I'm thinking to myself, like, wait a minute, I could have sworn in the first episode, the second episode, he be on that late stuff with his, his poker championships or job, whatever, And, already bring ass, can can she help her out because she was overwhelmed? But okay, we gonna continue. So, anyways, y'all, he up here checking her about, like, you left the car there, and he's already mad that she was just like, wait, I just want, she did explain where she was at and blah blah blah, and he's mad at her about the car thing, and he in the confessionals like this, y'all, is like, when since she's around them now, found she's gonna do dumb stuff, which I was scratching my head, like, figuratively speaking, like, like in my head, like, think. Wait a minute. She did the right thing because she said she was drinking, and that's why she did the ride share. So he basically checked her about who she's around, talking about who she's late with. So she's like, you know what? Basically, you a-hole, whatever thing, or something like that, blah, 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 because they bleeped out a lot of words. And, even use closed caption, you're just going to see bleep, 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 bleep. That's really what I see. Bleep, 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 okay? So bleep, 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 you over control, bleep, 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 bleep. So when she went outside and said, I'll get the car myself. And he follows her. And again, they're talking, but basic argument. She was like, you know what? You basically on some beings control, blah, blah, blah. I'll get the car myself, blah, blah, blah. And then he's talking about this, she's basically like, even though she tries to follow, his rules, it's not enough. It's like, damn you do, damn you don't. And he checking her, but I gotta pick, I gotta get the car because that's what also had made her go out too. It's like, I had to pick Jill, and I gotta get the car, blah blah blah. And that's how the argument started with bleep 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 bleep. You reject beep 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 beep. Okay, so anyways, when they're talking and arguing whatever, and he's talking about basically telling her about being responsible, kind of like Marcelino's like the husband in too dumb. It's like husband in the controlling factor, just got off the roof. Okay, so he's checking her. And that's what I'm still thinking, scratch like here, like, wait a minute. Don't he be late night, at poker? And Brittany brought that up to him, like, wait a minute. You talking about me being responsible, being out late at night, supposedly, I don't know what time you got home, did it pop on the screen, or did they talk about it? Because this version late could be 10:55, okay? Or 11, okay? She reminded him, when you go to these poker games, you are going out till 6 a.m. in the morning. And then he wanted to say, but still, I take care of, taking still Gio to school, blah, 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 whatever. And they just got, she was like, F it, more, beep, 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 beep. You get the car yourself. You know what? Never mind. You get the car. Because first she was about to get it because she was irritated with his attitude. And we know how Marcelino gets. Sometimes he'll just yawn or just sneeze and get very agitated. So she was like, forget it. And pretty much don't remember too much because that's pretty much what it was. Basically, them being the argument, Marcelino proving himself or doing wrong where it's like, what I meant to say is that he continues to show why a lot of people may not think he's a likable person. And it always kind of shows him nitpicking at Brittany's wrongdoings, but never seems to think something is wrong with him. Now, that's just what I see. That's what I see. That's what I see. That's what I look on and see right there, okay? So we're just seeing a piece of their life, but there's a lot where people could sit here and say, like, man, you whatever. And then it's like, if he didn't feel, if he feels that uncomfortable or who Brittany's around and blah, 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 and stuff like that. Because, Brittany also brought up, like, you try to make, like, military, like, everything has to be perfect and everything else. So, you know how that goes. But, yeah, hopefully they get together. All right. So, anyways, next couple, we're going to get into Trent and, I said Tracy and Clint named together. Clint and Tracy. Tracy took out the pink hair. I guess she had some, had some tracks, and she wanted to have her natural hair because mom had someone pink. I got a little tickled at part for this reason. Like, I don't think Mrs. Alice is that's the problem because you have a little pink in your hair. Ain't nothing wrong with no pink in your hair, girl. You Miss Lady, you fine. But anyway, with that. But what I'm saying is that was not the cause because you had a little pink in your hair is the reason why she has a problem with you and don't want to meet you as and obviously dad don't want need it originally, right? So she's about to get off pro the same day. And Clint is keeping a secret that he's supposed to take it to Las Vegas, but ain't gonna tell his parents, okay? So, anyways, y'all, they go ahead and they were trip. And by the way, they count out. It's 75 or 65 minutes, a whole hour or something would pass by, and she's still supposed to get herself ready. They supposed to go to Las Vegas, which I'm thinking, are you for sure, or do y'all want to wait on that? Okay, but Kelly's not telling his parents because he is concerned about what's going to happen. And Tracy really wants to make this impression because she knows she messed up. And, they went to the flashback when he was in the room and stuff was thrown on crying to his mom when she left to get some more crack. That's what they said, okay? And she really wants to be where everything is just, at a happy medium, so to speak. So they finally go out there to see the mom when they're like 75 minutes late, whatever. And, they come in like, hey, mom, blah, 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 whatever. And mom's like, oh, yeah, huh, but, y'all late. She had to look like her late. And so they sit at the table, and before she said because they took so long, dad had to go to work, went back to work, whatever, okay? So they're talking to the mom, and you know how Tracy just, is pleading her case, like, it's nice to meet you. And, Alice is like this. I don't like to say the word hate, but, basically conversation like she just hopes that Tracy gets herself together because we already know with her actions is caused her, it's caused this mess. And she's just like, she hates hardcore drugs and basically like, get yourself together, blah, blah, blah. It was something Tracy said, but did y'all notice that if y'all watched the episode, Clint's mom rolled her eyes and smiled at the same time, just like, I just want to get over you. Y'all, he took all this time. It just, to her, she was more irritated about this. So basically, they, I guess, get along. They had the little dinner, whatever, and just like, basically, Tracy said she's going to get herself together. I think it was mentioned about that she was about to, complete parole. And Clint says in the confessional something like he did something similar 1 or 2 times or similar to Tracy, but not as bad. And then I wonder what he was going to talk about it. So I don't know if he is, that is he keeping it from does his parents know about it, or he's keeping it to himself? Because the way they zoom back on him, he's like he's keeping something he's secretive. But I don't know whether or not, what was he keeping secret, not as bad Tracy. Then what do you do, Clint? What did you do? So we supposed to see him, I think, in Vegas next week. So we see how that goes, y'all. Not too much. Okay, here's the I'm broke up or whatever couple. We're going to get into Lizzie. I thought her name was Lizzie, y'all. My grandmother never got a chance because she passed away way before I was born. Her name was actually Lizzie. So I thought all this time Lizzie, but her name is Elizabeth. We found out through Clint. So, Lizzie goes over there to Clint's house and opens the door. First, it says something they, of course, did a cliffhanger. And she was like, Jasmine? With a question mark, to find the closed captions. It turned out it's Charlene at the door. No, I know. She was like, let me go get him. And, Clint's just so happy actually to see, Miss Lizzie there. And he's all happy. And she was like, oh, I brought you something, like a brace, whatever. He's all happy. And it's my purse. And I'm like, wait a minute. I remember the previews. I don't think it's something he wants from that purse where she tried to get. And she smacks him, y'all. And she says we're cheating on her. And, you have to be very careful because, she don't know, even though Clint, but, like, loved her, supported her, because, she reminded when Liz had got back there to California, she was driving, and she was just talking in the confessionals, like, he was there for her, supported her financially, and took care of her when she was in prison. And, but when he got here, he lied and said that he had all this money. So, or, like I said, is she going back for love or for the love of money? But she had nerves to smack him and check him about cheating with her with Jasmine. Now, they went in the flashback. He was with her 2 months, and he said, "I never cheated on with you." But like I said, really, her smacking him, she don't know Clint like that. You have to be careful. We want to sit here and play the game. Sometimes you may get the response you don't want. Okay, Because some dudes don't play that. Just because you're a female, you want to sit here and like play punch a bag or smack somebody. Some people retaliate back like, okay. So who's saying she better be careful? So he's explaining to her now. They sit down and talk about it. They were zooming in on the seat that he had for years because she was like, "All right, is it safe to sit here?" And he's like, "Sure, it is." So they talking. And he asked her, "Well, have you been sleeping about it?" She said, "No." She was being sarcastic, like, "Oh yeah, I slept with a million guys." He was like, "Stop being sarcastic." And she said, "Confessionals, you know, oh gosh, why?" I forgot his name so very quickly. Okay, he doesn't want to admit that I am um a Virgin virgin. Now I don't know why I just got his name, but we're just gonna see him next week about how this goes because it makes it seem like he got another ring. Because she had a ring, and he said, what did he say? Something like he has had, like some ring that she kept that he hid in his balls. What was it when it was something she still had the ring? Not the ring, but they had to do like he had threw in the toilet. I think it was another ring, y'all. Is it another ring that he hid in his balls or stuff like when to give it to her? And if that's true, how did he okay. Oh yeah, Scott. I'll be getting Scott's names confused. I don't know why. Yeah, Scott. Sorry y'all, I was looking at my phone to get the name. But what should they say something about, hiding under the balls? Okay, maybe so. Anyways, so they're talking. She said, "I'm going to take you on a date and talk with basically make sure it's short." And I'm thinking like, is she gonna pay for it? She claims, first he said, "I'll think about it." She's like, "You know what? I'm paying for it, and I'm getting tomorrow 6." Charlotte comes in after she left. She was like, "What?" But I was surprised she didn't hear that she's tried, to smack him into Scott into next month, and so he's like, I don't think he even mentioned to Charlene that she attacked him. And because he explained her he did not sleep with Jasmine and she was over 2 months, he was like, it's platonic, but she still, and remember, she was about to leave y'all before they had that sit down talk and called Jasmine a hoe. But she admitted that they were broke up and he was by himself, whatever, but then she finally was somebody else. But still, if it's after they weren't together, okay, then she get through with also trying to go on a date? And like this, y'all just lower region and the knees area and in between probably. I'm just saying. So, anyways, so they supposed to go to the date, and that's what Scott says. And Charlene's afraid about him. He's like, he gonna be homeless. She gonna be going away because she gonna get some more money out of him. But Scott is saying that don't mean I'm gonna get back with her. Okay, whatever. We'll see what goes in there. Okay. Now we got Lamar, Andrea, and the kids. Now, obviously, I don't know if it's for all couples, if it's around Christmas time, December, but because they're not really saying. But they, I guess it's around Christmas time, and supposedly Lamar gets a Christmas tree, and we see Andrea cutting up some Jesus pieces. One is, on the Caucasian side, one's a black Jesus, and I was wondering why she was cutting them up. So when we put the Christmas tree up, the ornaments were these pieces of pictures of Jesus as part of ornaments, not a photo, because they got photo ornaments. I don't think, or at least like just like the angel statues, y'all got a Christmas tree. Not everybody goes and get Christmas trees, so or have an angel and it's actually like a little statue, whatever, put on top of the tree, stuff like that. She using pieces of paper on the tree. That's their business. That's their tree. And Lamar explains confessionals like he was not really down with Christmas. I thought like it's because of beliefs or the whole pagan holiday thing that uses something about because of the Christmas tree. Okay, I know I'm tongue tied, but some people say with the Christmas tree thing. So, but he said because, and I mean like I said, he's been in jail for 20 years. That's a lot for anybody to go through. If they have to serve that, but condition he has not been used. The only Christmases he had in all those years was mostly get what is it, chocolate milk and maybe a piece of pie. So he's not the Christmas tree thing. So when everybody do the Christmas tree after they finish doing that and these pictures of Jesus literally on cross there, Andrea want to put sprinkle some more Jesus on the kids. It's like, no. So anyways, He's about to say, "Oh, I'm about to leave." It's barely the next day after he just got out, and his first thing is to go out. And the kids are sitting here like, "Wait a minute," especially Nala again. She needs to have her own life because they, especially the kids, be breathing the heck out. I'm like, okay, why would you want to go out? We prepared just like they prepared original meal, and he just avoided. I wonder they finally eat the food that they prepared for him, whatever. And they're sitting here like, what? Because they're about to, watch, some Christmas cartoons or something like that, see the Christmas video, and drink some hot chocolate. And he all ready to go. First he said, well, I gotta leave and I got stuff to do and I gotta leave. But that depends on the person. Some people, regardless how much time they have, some people will stay in the house for a minute and then they work themselves out, or some to be paranoid just want to stay in. And there's some people be ready to run the heck out as soon as they get out. So it varies. And he says he wants to be around his family. And he's all in the confessionals, and even telling them, like, okay, but I want to be able to hang out with them, whatever. I already did the tree, blah, blah, whatever. And they're mad, like, already, like, dang, like, you better just go down and you prove it again. Like, separating himself from there. And, Andrea's, of course, concerned about, being around the family. And I'm kind of scratching my head, like, is all his family, majority family, problematic? Because even though he got caught with one cousin, is all his family problematic? Because that's how it was kind of presented, or some stuff that we as the audience or whatever don't know what happened behind the scenes, because Andrea was away like warning him about, you better watch who you're around or why you're there around there with around these folks. And it's problematic. And I was even said the confessionals, it's not I don't really trust Lamar, I don't trust the people that he's around, and he could possibly put himself back in a bad environment, to make a long story short. So anyways, he like, okay, whatever, let me get ready to go. And Andrea's like, okay, whatever, you better be careful, something like that. And she said in the confessionals, if he gets himself in trouble again, the kids and her will be back in Utah, blah blah blah. So he go to the restaurant. I think it was a cousin and cousin husband, and then I recognized who was sitting right next to him. I was like, wait a minute, that's his bro from first season, the one who was having, he was staying in his guest house or something like that there, helping him out. And what the family friends, or been a friend enough that he's actually cousin, but they put on the screen as one of the friends named Still something, right? So his bro, I've got his name, and it turned out that he has not been really around his family about a year or so, or even as far as even communicating with them. And I have, again, one of these moments here. Why is he away from the bro, especially this bro right here, when he actually was the one? And maybe I'm not remember everything, but wasn't that the one who helped him out? Why is he not allowed to talk to him? He wasn't in trouble. He was actually trying to help his brother. So I don't understand, like, did he have the wedding at the back of their house, or help with the wedding or something like that too? So my thing is, because they had a talk with me, and he was talking about being in the house, and even his family was around there. That the table was like they're doing a toast that hopefully he stays out of jail. So this person here that's problematic, it only just seemed to be one person, but it seemed like in one area it's like, based on Andrea's words, like as if it's his family, period. And even they say, like, you seem like ever since you got with or whatever, you haven't been around us or nothing like that talking. He's saying, like, he's just trying to get himself together, blah, blah, blah. And I forgot, and let's rewind back. When he was saying about what's important before he left, and was saying, like, he has been doing what he's supposed to be doing, money and family. Maybe he didn't mean to do that in that type of order, but it was supposed to be our family and money. Okay, never mind. But anyways, back what I'm saying. So his friend, we was talking about, she been there for me, nobody else. So the family friend, or a family that's not blood related, I like to call still even asked him, so are you with her because you're obligated, because she was there for you, so you feel obligated, you're going to spend her life for her? Or are you there because you love her? And, Lamar still kind of said it like, oh, I'm with her because I want to be. But here we got a confession, because he's drinking up some alcohol. They're like, aren't you not supposed to drink no alcohol because you're the Mormon? Ain't supposed to stay with that, for them evil spirits out them drinks. And he said he's not going to revert to the Mormon, even though Andrea wants him to be Mormon, okay? But he said sometimes he feels uncomfortable around having her around, because it's not, comfortable for her, it's not fun for him, because she does not drink and smoke or whatever. Even though I know people who don't drink and smoke too, whatever at all, too much, a little at all. Cool myself and cool. I mean, it's very. I don't smoke cigarettes if I do, but you know what I mean. I'm not a person that drinks that much, nor um uh smoke me marijuana that much. I can go years without doing that. Real talk. That's long as I just make a guest appearance of the puff and keep going. So anyway, um, it's just that also he was saying like I've been incarcerated. He said this in between and right before he went to meet with his friend. And like I said, it is true that still brought up an interesting question. Like, are you with her? Are you with Andrea because she supported you, or are you with her because you love her and it happens that she supported you? Okay, and you want to be with her because he said he wants to be married. In the confessions between, he loves being married family, but at the same time, there's a but as far as I'm concerned, a capital, all caps. Um, where he's talking about, but he's talking about at the same time he wants to be free, doesn't want to be sheltered, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm thinking like, okay, and marriage ain't supposed to be where you're shackled to each other like you're in jail or nothing. But he says he wants to be free, and then he still has to get used to be adjusted to being a free man. He hasn't been that long, whatever. So my thing is, so was it considering that you were trying to get adjusted back to life outside of the prison, like I said, and the first thing you thought about doing was getting married, and a person that you did not know prior to or was with, and like I said, all the years, it's just a lot of stuff, and that's what I'm saying. Like he made it talk about it, and I don't know, and I ain't trying to get in their business, but based on what I'm seeing there, to TV, it just seemed like he, to a certain point, is questioning if should he be married or not, or is he married for love? Because he said this even the first season. He always kind of mentioned, of course, the main things about Andrea being there for him, being down for him, and love supporting him. And I know that stands out. I think he said that he loves her still too. Okay, you know what? None of my business. I ain't trying to start. I'm just like, wait a minute, it stands out, but it's like, it's like he keeps saying he needs to adjust, and it's like, okay, you need to adjust. Don't put yourself in a situation or something that's supposed to be beautiful and sacred, for years, and something you really don't want to be in or feel obligated in. Okay, because, okay, we're going to the octagon, rectangle, and stuff, whatever, right about now, and let's go here. We go with Sarah. She's about to be induced for labor. She's talking to someone, but her friend, I forgot what her name is, the one who, like works out and stuff a little bit. She's happy that Michael's not there because it was sort of be there, but he can't be there anyway due to the fact of him having to serve his probation or parole. He has to still stay in Michigan, in Flint. I don't know, y'all. I thought about it when I'm like Flint, Michigan, and they still, the controversy with that still the water mess. Lord Jesus. Anyway. Roll my eyes on that one. But anyway, so Sarah said, adjusting that she's about to be mother 2 kids and stuff and inducing marriage. So she's talking a little bit, but she's getting regular. So it really wasn't that much with Sarah, but again, complaining about, 1 minute she's saying, I think Michael would have been there if he wasn't like say on probation, but at the same time of her having to adjust and being mom to 2 kids and getting ready to go from there. And that was in scene. So we got that since they go back to a little flashback of Megan and Michael, 2 M&Ms. They're about to go in and have sex while he got his, tether on, whatever. And Megan claimed she had no intentions of going to sleep with Michael. Because really, to be truthful, she could have FaceTimed just like Sarah, even though she shouldn't have been yelling, she about to have, she's with child and all this other stuff. I would just FaceTime his ass. I wouldn't even went all the way up there. And if you're going to say what you're going to say, like I said, she wanted to see him face to face and think like somehow that was going to change it. He was already lying your face to face a few times. I mean, I forgot. Did she visit him when he was incarcerated when they were going together? Okay, I forgot. But what I'm saying is that she didn't have to go all the way up there just to get an answer. Okay? So, we go ahead and she, is coming from the hotel because this time, because she knows she has to report everywhere he goes. So this time today, she's going to visit him, and she going to, sit in the car and talk to him because she's not allowed. Because she's saying, because Day Day don't want me there. And it's like, no, the mama don't want you there because Day Day is her daughter, and she don't want that drama and that mess in her home. Okay, so she has the right to say that. But okay. So anyway, she on the way there. She's like, she about to go get him some chicken, and I was like, is it KFC or is it Popeyes or Mama and Pop's joint? And she getting some Popeyes with some extra hot sauce and has to tell the person through the drive-through, the server, that her man just got out of jail and she making sure. So it's his meal. I'm thinking, ain't you about to eat some of that too? She gonna give him the whole darn thing? Okay, whatever. So she on the way there and she got him some Popeyes. He comes to, to the car and she moves over to the passenger seat. And I'm thinking, like, why he gotta sit in the driver's seat? Is he pretending he gonna drive off? He can't just. Okay, never mind. That's not my business. Anyway, and she brought some food. He was looking. He said, "Where's the ranch?" And I'm like, "Okay, did she get? Okay, you know what? You know what?" And Day Day comes on the porch, and I'm thinking, like, what is she? Is she gonna make sure that she don't pull off with him off on the porch? And I'm like thinking, like, you can see snow on the ground. And I know it's not polar vortex, but it's, that polar, everybody could damn near die outside type of weather. But I was irritated. This child with a hoodie, and she's sitting there trying to patrol. What I'm thinking, did he do that to her any time in her life, like whoever she was talking to, whatever, or, puppy love, whatever the thing is? Because I'm kind of like, why is she there? You ain't got no coat. Girl, what? Girl, why? Why are you outside? It is not worth you getting a flu, pneumonia, or anything for this. Take your ass in the house where there is heat. I was just irritated by that. Like, why is she there? Like I said, is what she go, if the car pulls off, she gonna run after it? What? Okay. I'll just. So anyway. And then we see later on, I didn't see Data no more for a second when they were talking. And they show her she's still in the door. So I don't know if she was trying to make sure, because Megan's not supposed to, put her foot, even her, her pinky toe on the left side on the porch or nothing. Okay. So I'm just like, is she patrolling to make sure she does not possibly come to the house or something? I don't know. Like, girl, just go ahead and go Instagram Live or something. I'm just saying, like. So, they went ahead and they talking right. He about to eat, but before he about to eat, he wanna tell her, let's get in the back seat, whatever, blah blah blah. They probably is blah blah. And he's talking about some cutting. She was like, so we can cuddle. He like, that's what you want to call it. So he said something about something interlude, and I think he was trying to get her to blow his balloon. And if y'all ever seen Janky promoter starring Ice Cube, I forgot who was he with. Jacob Ramos, was he with one of the not Lawrence Tate, but one of the other brother. Lawrence, I'm trying to remember, but I know Tiffany Haddish in that film, Young Jeezy. I gotta watch it. Janky Remote is about blow the balloons, and then you'll know what the heck I'm talking about. But yeah, trying to blow his balloon in the backs, right? And so they got in the back. So I don't know, but the editing made it seem like they just started talking. She claims she want to tell me, and some we're about to find out the secret. So dun 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 dun, drum roll, please. Oh, when you were in jail, Michael, remember your friend that Rock, when he gave me the money? Because she says in the confessional that, ooh, I'm a little ran over here. That Michael had gave back the money to Megan that she used to pay for his lawyer, okay? So the money, he couldn't give it back to her, because he was, serving, since he got, violated his parole, probation, I think, whatever. He got his friend Rock, and basically, I guess Rock must live conveniently in that area or moved her. I don't know. So Rock and her, she said, was talking. So of course, even though Michael had a whole wife, a child on the way, okay, that he had as soon as he got out, remember she was supposed to go get him. He told her stop, drop, and roll, and don't come up to get him. And he up there, asking Sarah, she about to violate. I said violate. I mean say ovulate. And has, in the next minute she pregnant. So, and this is got her pregnant around the same time he took her virginity, supposedly, right? So, anyways, of course, some people, when they be doing messed up stuff and karma hits them. For example, they might cheat somebody, but they'll get mad if the other person cheats on them. So this is not even a whole cheating situation, but she did leave something out, whatever. So I don't know where it went to. But here's the thing here. Like I said, if Megan wanted answers and other stuff, she could have just went ahead and talked to somebody in Texas or somebody, a little bit closer, not a whole at least 5 states. But Texas and Michigan is totally different. She came all the way out here to be with him, buy him some chicken, conveniently stay with him, and you can't even see him. Because unless he tells where he's out, he can't even spend the night at the hotel. You can't go to his mama's house because they gonna be at the door, at the porch, and not even have no damn coat on and stuff, get a coat. But anyway, I digress. So she tells Secret that I said the wrong, Rock and her were talking. And he, of course, started getting mad. His face started getting a little red in the face, whatever. And, of course, he got mad. And he, already, like I said, was ready for his balloon to be blown. Or it might have been blown already. I don't know. I think he was thinking he was going to get his balloon blown right there. And I don't know if she got a chance to blow it or not. And so she explained, she talked, and she needed love and affection when he gave her the money, when they started talking, and she was like, she never sent him her webcam photos or nothing like that, or any, she sent him one pic, she says, but she's saying it's nothing nasty, nothing, explicit or nothing about it, whatever. And she was like, her things were, because you had a wife and you had a kid or something, but he's still being mad because he's thinking like, and then there was a lot of beep beep beeps and stuff too, so I couldn't see what it said. So it said beep 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 beep. So he's basically mad, and I ain't gonna mess with sisters, blah blah blah. I don't know, Megan has sisters because of like that. He's just saying that was bold for her to do that. So he getting out the car, whatever, got out first. I think got his coat was completely off and got to put it back on. Like I said, that's when they appeared in the door, whatever, right? And he mad, and so she says that nothing has happened, but she's explaining to him like, I blah 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 blah, whatever, blah blah. But at the same time, like I said, she didn't have to continue. Once she knew all this information about what he did to her, she didn't have to even so-called talk to the friend, whatever the case is. And he's mad because he knew Brock since he was 6 years old, and he's been there for the friend, blah, 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 blah. So he feels like Megan was in the wrong for what she did, whatever. I'm just like, man, it wasn't even worth it. So she up here, he get mad. Now that they had it, and it ended right then and there. That he gonna call his boy to so, because she's like, yeah, I mean, you get mad because all I did was just kiss him once. And then she had to look up, and he was like, you didn't say kiss him. Well, yeah, I know I didn't say it. So first she said she did kiss him, then she said she did kiss him. So he gonna call his boy Rock, and I don't know, but like I said, the previews kind of showed like we may not see it next episode or whatever. So that may take another 4 episodes of the darn season finale of this darn show, or season finale for this darn show again before we find out what Rock says and maybe what really happened. But anyway, y'all, hugs and loves. See y'all next week. So I'm about to take my behind. No, I'm about to do Euphoria real quick. And anyway, y'all, enjoy y'all weekend, and I'll see y'all in the next video.